Now, I've also previously asked for the primers in regards to the PCR testing and which part of the sequence of the coronavirus you used to indicate whether or not it was a positive PCR test. And the purpose of that is obviously what the sequence is and whether or not that sequence was unique to coronavirus or to other viruses. And yet again, the response has been that's commercial in confidence. I find it hard to believe that that's an appropriate response, given that that was the diagnostic tool to shut down a country on and off for 18 months. What do you have to say to that, number one? So what do you have to say to that? And I'll follow up the next other question.
So I guess what I would say to that, Senator, is I appreciate the frustration inherent in your question, but I would also say that there is a distinct difference between the importance, both in terms of clinically and making decisions on real-world responses, to whether information within an application or a determination is commercial in confidence. The two are not.
Okay. Well, we have an obligation as senators who represent people to our constituents. They have a right, and it's the taxpayers' dollars that are paid for these PCR testing. They have a right to know what that PCR test was testing and how accurate it was, and whether or not, and one of the responses was that the target genes include N gene, E gene, S gene, the RdRp gene, which I'm led to believe is in most coronaviruses, by the way. We have a right to know whether or not that was unique, testing just, would indicate just the coronavirus test or other viruses. Yeah?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but your responsibility is to the Australian people. Like, we are a House of Review, we ask this question, and you keep coming up with a response that's commercial in confidence. And, the TGA is there to serve the people, not the actual, big pharma or whoever's, product you're testing. So, are you there to serve the people, and are you going to give us the data, or are you going to continue to put this wall up?
Senator, I absolutely agree that the TGA is charged under legislation and also under our public service obligations to provide an appropriate service that ensures that products, therapeutic goods, are of appropriate safety, quality and efficacy in terms of ensuring that Australians have safe and ready access to high-quality therapeutic goods.
Authorised G. Rennick, LNP Chermside.